Hello again, everybody. Welcome back to the podcast Retro Life for You Movies of the 80s and 90s. My name is Chris Adams, host of the show, and with us this week is a full crew, believe it or not. We have returning Mr. Travis Rollins,
What up, what
who wants
What up there, Travis?
to turn off the power, and Marty Phillips, who is highlighting the heartfelt action of the movie that we are doing tonight.
Turn off the power, baby. Come on, baby. Turn off the power. Turn off the power.
Turn off the power. We're doing. He looks like he's doing Fight the Power or something. You know, like he's Public Enemy out there.
Yeah.
He's a cross between MC Hammer's Too Legit to Quit and Public Enemy's Fight the Power.
Yeah.
He's like, cut the power.
The power. That's what I said. That's what they're doing with the new He-Man remake.
What's that?
Cutting the power, man.
Cutting the power.
You ain't seen that?
Get the power down.
You ain't seen He-Man, bro?
I've seen the previews, yeah.
That's terrible.
I've seen it. Oh, it looks better. Look, it's better so far than what the original was.
Get this weenie off my screen.
No.
Dolph Lundgren ain't King Randor. I don't want it.
Oh, I don't think you're getting Dolph Lundgren in there.
I know I'm not. Not when I got that puny little dude playing He-Man.
Look, none of them are who we picked. When we did our casting in the movie, none of them people made the cut. I don't think, did they?
Where's Terry Crews, man?
Nobody. No, Terry Crews is He-Man. He didn't make the cut. We did talk with somebody. In the meantime, we'll just talk about.
You know who would have made a great man? You know who would have made a great man at arms?
Who?
Hey Adam, you gotta take this.
I don't think so.
Sly.
Sly. He might have made a good man at arms, dude.
I tell you what he did make. He made a good Kit Latura. He did that. I don't know about a man at arms, but
he did make a good Kit Latura.
He did a good Kit, yeah. And then speaking of Kit Latura, that's our movie this week. We're doing the Sylvester Stallone hit from 1996 of Daylight.
Yep, and all I had to do was cut the power and blow the tunnel. Blow
the tunnel.
They just blew it.
Blew the tunnel, cut the power, not be digging around the other side, making it harder than it had to be.
Yeah, if
it might have been okay. It might have been okay.
Well,
Strider might have made it, man.
You never know. Aragorn, son of Arathorn.
Yeah, he might have made it.
Do so well. Looked like he had a brick wall land on it.
He's doing pretty good there.
Well, it was like a big old hunk of metal that came loose, and then the whole roof came down.
But look, he told Kit he always makes it, and he did. He made it feet on the ground.
He said, "Man, I was 6 Sure, man. My mama couldn't even keep me
feet on the ground. He made it just to look up and see him land on top of him." So
yeah, he was kind of like, before he could even get it out, he was like, "Oh shit!"
Nick Tortelli. Look, Carla, come on, Carla.
I was just telling you. Okay, don't say nothing else. We were just talking about this earlier. Don't say nothing else about it.
Oh shit!
Yeah. We'll bring it up in just a minute when we get to him. We were just talking about him before we started. Before you come on.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Well, let's go ahead and jump into things here for the people who don't know what we're talking about. Daylight. Daylight is a 1996 American disaster action film directed by Rob Cohen that follows former New York City Emergency Medical Services Chief Kit Latura, now a taxi driver, who ends up leading a group of terrified survivors out of a collapsing tunnel after a massive explosion cuts them off from the outside world. He was...
But my thing is he really a taxi driver or is he a chauffeur? Because he's driving a Lincoln Continental. That didn't look nothing like a yellow taxi cab. So
I don't remember what he was in, honestly, at this point. I didn't pay attention to that.
It was a Lincoln Continental and it was a regular car. So
maybe he was the original Uber.
He was in a tunnel. That was in a tunnel. Everybody was in a
tunnel.
Yeah, he was the original Uber driver then, Marty. That's what it was.
Yeah,
and And what a name, Kit Latura. Marty wants to know what Kit is short for.
Kit Latura. Kit.
That's a good nickname.
That's a good one. I was gonna say that might just be a nickname though.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So.
The movie. Now, Marty's not very good at listing genres after last weekend, so I'm not going to ask him anything.
Yeah, last weekend we did a musical. Travis.
No, we did not do a musical.
Really?
Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. It was not a Tough Turf is not a musical. Okay.
Hey, just to answer your question real quick, grammatically or not grammatically, what's that called? Anyway, Kit is actually a common nickname for Christopher. So it's
really
Chris.
So for now on,
there you go. We're gonna start calling you Kit. Yeah.
Oh, Kit. Yeah.
It's also short for the Night Industry 2000.
It is.
Yes. David.
VOKITT.
Which I've been
get after.
Well, since Marty's not good at listing genres and he's going robotic voice over there for a second, I'm gonna go ahead and just say this was considered the action adventure thriller drama, Marty, all in one. If you call this a musical, I'm driving to your house right now and putting the foot in your butt. Rated PG-13, runtime was 114 minutes. December 6th, release date 1996. He said last week we were watching a musical, Travis. This is what I get when you're not around. I get Marty. I get Marty talking about crap like he was all good about his all sci-fi horror, gross movie the week before, but not good.
Yeah,
not good.
What were you watching? What was the musical?
It was not a musical.
It was a musical. Yeah, say Travis agrees on it.
What was it?
Have you seen Tough Turf?
Oh, it seems like we.
Yeah, I'm not talking to you either. Hush.
Either we were going to watch it, or I think I did. I don't remember.
No, we never talked about doing it before.
We never talked about doing Tough Turf.
We've probably brought it up, but we never got close to doing it. It's basically James Spader's first movie. Him and Robert Downey Jr. is in it together. Kim Richards is in it.
Yeah, no, we totally talked about watching that movie, but we were talking about doing the yes.
Now, Marty, if you want to know about a musical, we were legit going to do a musical. It was called The Apple. We never got around to it.
We still need to. She's an hour away from me right now. She's doing in Bowling Green, Kentucky. She's doing, Travis, you would like this, the stage version of Steel Magnolias. No way.
Yes, I asked her. I asked her how it compares to the movie. She said it just takes place. It's just the women characters taking place in the
in the hair salon.
In the hair salon, thank you. Yes,
that's super cool.
That's all they're doing with it. It's just the women's parts in the hair salon. But they're making a
now. What part is she playing though?
The role of Sally Fields that she did.
Oh, okay.
So she was Julia's mother.
Mm-hmm. She's playing that role.
Her daughter has the cancer.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I've watched that for the Apple twice.
It's later this month, but I believe it's next week. But that's the weekend next week where we have.
I'm just happy
have an interview planned.
Happy that I got her to. I feel like it seems like I got her to open up a little more and be a little more proud of the Apple. I feel like I contributed to that because I'm such a fan of it now.
She actually liked it. Remember, she said
she loved it, but in all of her interviews, it's almost like she kind of downplays it a little bit.
It's almost like the black sheep of her career or something that she did.
Yeah. It's like a rhinestone.
It's all good. It's okay. But we're going to get her back. We're going to do that episode. I told her we would. I told you we would. So we're going to do it eventually.
Yep, I love it.
It's just a matter of getting time around to it and everything. So, so back to the movie. This movie, like I said, directed by Rob Cohen. He previously directed action films such as Dragon, the Bruce Lee story, and he'd later on take The Fast and the Furious. He was brought in to give the movie its pulse-pounding energy. It says the script was written by Leslie Bohem. Casting choices are kind of strange. Do you know who the original Kit Latura was?
No.
Nicolas Cage.
Oh man,
Oh,
it this
I
at
can
this point
almost see that.
at that point of his career, yeah, that would have worked.
Yeah, it says he was considered by Rob Cohen, but Universal executives felt he wasn't bankable enough compared to Stallone's box office drawing power.
I would agree with that as well.
Yeah,
I can believe it. I mean, do you think there'd been a scene where he told one of the people to just put down the bunny rabbit?
Just put that.
yeah, probably.
Why couldn't you just put down the bunny rabbit?
Yo, did you know that Leslie Bowen? We did this. Maybe not this particular movie, but we've done quite a bit of Freddy stories. But Leslie Bowen wrote The Dream Child.
I did not know that. That's cool.
He did. He wrote House
Oh,
3, The
nice.
Dream Child, and then after Daylight, he did Dante's Peak was his next one to get filmed.
That's an awesome movie. Have we
Yeah,
done
that is.
Dante's Peak?
We have not.
Dude, that's Marty. That's on the list.
Yep, that goes on the list. So
It just made the list.
It just made the list.
Stallone himself later he admitted part of his motivation to take this role was to confront his claustrophobia. Quite fitting for a movie set almost entirely underground. It's like when he took Cliffhanger, it was to address his fear of heights.
they're right. Yeah.
That used to be, but so back in the 90s, I probably stole it from Jim Carrey, but that used to be my impression of Sylvester Stallone's movie career. So it was right around the time I did Cliffhanger. So it was like, this is my impression of Sylvester Stallone's entire movie career.
Uh-huh.
Yo. Right? That's
Yeah.
his first, right? Rambo.
Yeah.
So then you got Yo at the end. Right? Then you got Yo help.
Oh my Lord. Oh, I don't know. Is it better that he's back, people, or is it better that he's been on vacation and gone for a while, or what? I'm not sure.
I love it.
He loves it. The film itself was shot on large sets in I don't know how you say this, Cinecittà Studios in Rome, with the tunnel scenes meticulously crafted and often flooded for dramatic effect. Jumping straight to the cast, Sylvester Stallone is Kit Latura, best known obviously as Rocky Balboa, thanks to Travis, he told us, and John
Or
Rambo.
Yeah,
Funny
John
enough. And one other we'll toss out there was John Spartan of Demolition Man.
Oh yeah, John Spartan. What about Dwight?
Well, see, we ain't got that far yet, according to this movie. So, I mean, this is the previous works for Daylight and everything.
But
of course,
so
later on down the line, he'd have an excellent show on Paramount Plus, which you're hinting at. So, Tulsa King.
Well, you know what? You know who else he was? He was Tango Man.
Oh, he was quite a few people.
He was Tango Man.
Of Tango and Cash.
Marion Cobretti. How do you say it? Cobretti.
Yeah,
Cobretti. Yeah. He's been plenty of people in the past. We know this. He's had a lot of great movies in his career. Probably one of the best in our generation that we grew up watching.
And a phenomenal writer / producer.
Yes. Yes. If I had to pick one actor, it's probably one of my favorites to watch. Growing up as a kid to an adult, then Sylvester Stallone is probably right there at the top.
Man, you know what movie got me by him? I feel like highly overlooked. It's a movie.
Don't you say it?
May not have seen it.
Don't you say it?
Oh, no. I'm not going funny with this one. Copland.
Okay. I've actually never watched it.
Dude, it was amazing, bro. He got. I don't remember if he started out deaf or if he went deaf in one ear. I don't forget what it was, but man, that was a phenomenal movie.
He had a series for a while there of movies that I did not watch, guys. I didn't see Copland. I refused to watch. It's about the time after Don't Shoot Her Mom, Stop Her, My Mom Will Shoot. It was kind of after that. He did a movie like he's some kind of gangster kind of guy or something.
Get Shorty.
Was it? I don't know if it was Get Shorty or not.
Get Shorty was
Yeah,
a lot of Get Shorty
no,
is or they don't like it at all. So and then you got Get Carter.
I didn't watch Get Carter.
yeah, that was it. Yeah, Get Carter.
Driven was kind of lame.
Bullet to the Head was really good.
Bullet to the Head was good.
Did you ever
Driven
see Bullet to the Head? Yeah.
Sounds familiar.
Let's see. Right around the time of stopping my mama shoot, Oscar.
There you go. I didn't watch Oscar. I didn't want to watch that.
I don't think I've seen that one either.
There was a few of his I didn't care to see, and then there's one in the 80s that I've never seen. So that we keep saying we're going to do one day just for the sake of doing it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we have to.
Uh-huh.
Go ahead and say it.
Rhinestone.
With Dolly Parton.
That was it. So moving on past Sylvester Stallone, we're going to jump into his. I don't want to say this person. I don't know. Would she be the second billing for co-star? I mean, Amy Brenneman.
Amy Brenneman.
Yeah.
I would say at the time. I mean, because she was mostly opposite of him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would say yeah.
She played Maddie Thompson. Gained attention in Judgment Night and would go on to star in NYPD Blue and The Leftovers. Wasn't there another show she did where she was a judge or something like that? A judge or a lawyer?
I don't remember.
I'm not sure.
I was thinking there was, but I can't say what it was.
Movie. She was Agent Robin O'Brien.
Yeah, no, that's not what I'm thinking
like
of.
A detective or something.
Yeah, it'll hit me a little bit. It was kind of a popular TV show. It was like on Fox or something like that, or
it wasn't Murder She Wrote, was she?
No, nothing like that.
Yeah.
One of my favorite people of the 2000s, Viggo Mortensen, plays Roy Nord. This is before Lord of the Rings, obviously. Mortensen was known for films like Witness and the Indian Runner, but even after this,
actors, period. I feel like he is one of the best character actors that there is, period.
Yeah.
And his methodology too, like he's a method actor too. We learned so much. Thank you for Lord of the Rings. We learned so much about the people too. It wasn't just a great thing. I had those platinum box sets and stuff that had like, dude. I mean, you've got 100 or 200 hours of behind the scenes available that you can watch with Lord of the Rings, and
great.
And him. I mean, man, the scene where he kicked the helmet and he actually broke his foot, but he just used it, and they were like, "That was amazing. We kept it." Yeah. And he legitimately lived in the damn woods with his horse. You know what I mean? Like he something serious.
If you're a Lord of the Rings fan and you really like the lore of the book and everything and stuff like that, these behind the scene things that they provide for everybody to watch is awesome. It's great stuff.
And he was John Poe, bro.
John Poe.
John W. Poe from Young Guns 2, baby.
Also,
anytime we get a chance to say something about Young Guns,
I know anytime you get Young Guns in there, it's always a great moment, right?
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you what. Before we run past him, there's two movies that he did as well that I am just absolutely love. I don't know if everybody else would love them.
Hidalgo.
I'm crazy about him. Hidalgo was great. So was Appaloosa. But Eastern Promises is one of them. Eastern Promises, he's an undercover. He's undercover, deep undercover with the Russian mob. And it just goes, dude, it's incredible, bro. It's so good.
I've not seen that one.
Oh, man, it's one of my favorites, like, period. That one, and then History of Violence.
Yes, that's the one I was about to ask you. I couldn't think of the name of it, but that's the one I was about to ask you about.
It goes like the whole movie, like, I'm not who you think I am. I'm not, everybody keeps thinking he's this guy, and he's like, that's not me. That's not, maybe I look like him or something. And then turns out he starts killing every damn body. It turns out he is that guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's like, that movie might be in my top 10 of movies, period. That movie's great.
So I got moving on to Dan Hedaya. This is where you were headed to a while ago.
Dan Hedaya. Oh, that's
Carla's
Nick.
husband.
Nick. That's Nick.
Right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Do this all the time. He'd be looking at Carla out the top of his eyes.
Right.
Come on, Sam. Sam, where's Carla?
He was he played the role of Frank Kraft. He was which was the guy who kind of got Kit Latura kicked off of the squad that he was on. He had basically I guess they pinned a decision on him that got people killed, which was also one of his it's his brother.
I mean, he was the chief, so
right. He was the chief.
I mean, they had to pin it on somebody. So
right, and then he got it. So
that one dude, you don't realize that, I don't think, or at least I didn't realize it. I may have when I first watched it. I don't know, but on the rewatch, I kind of just forgot about the fact that he used to be the chief until that guy. He's like, "Where's the chief?" And that dude's like, "As far as I'm concerned, he's standing in front of me."
Right,
right.
That Dan Hedaya was also the guy that played in Commando, the bad guy that wanted Matrix to kill the president.
Yeah,
of that country. Yeah. He was he was the father in Clueless.
Yeah.
I think there was something else I mentioned to you earlier, Marty. Wasn't it? Or was Nick the other one that I mentioned? Nick from Cheers. I think it was from Cheers I mentioned as well. So
yeah, I think it was Nick from Cheers. So.
But Dan Hedaya has been a lot of stuff. He's a great actor.
Oh, and Adam's Family. He was a lawyer in Adam's Family.
Yeah, you mentioned.
Oh, he was, wasn't he? I forgot all about that.
Yeah,
he was in. Did we do Joe versus the volcano? He was in Joe versus.
No,
Volcano.
we did not.
We talked about. That's one of the ones that
we talked about it. We talked about it last year around February, I believe.
Oh wow.
We were having the Valentine's Day movies, lovey-dovey movies, whatever.
Yeah, that's right.
All of last year in February. We didn't do this year. Matter of fact, Marty suggested, he goes, "Should we do something for like Valentine's Day or something this week or something? I can watch it, before we start." And I was like, "Well, no." I said, "I don't know for a fact that Travis is going to be here this week, and we haven't talked about any of these movies, and we did like 8 or 9 of them last year in the month of February." We're good for a couple of years. Probably.
I do remember he was on the boat though. He was on the poker tournament on the boat on Maverick because we talked about it. Because I was like, "Oh, there's Carlos. There's damn Nick."
Everybody was on that boat during that.
So many people. Yeah, because I remember we went through there picking people out. There were so many cameos.
Yeah. As the next person, Jay Sanders, he played the role of Stephen Crichton. I believe that was the father, Marty, we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, Steven,
he was seen in The Day After Tomorrow and The Gangs of New York. Now, Travis, did you notice the guy that played Steve? He's the father and the husband in the tunnel there where he's trying to get his family to safety at the end of it, right? He's concerned about it. He's got a daughter. He wants to be part of the decision making, blah, blah, blah. Do you know what else he was? Marty didn't catch on to this, but do you know what else he was in the movie?
That connects to that movie?
That he connects to another character in the tunnel.
Nuh-uh.
So
I tell you what I did notice though, when I saw him on my rewatch, he was, oddly enough, he was the one that I went, "Man, I'm getting old." Like when I saw how young he was, it's kind of weird. He was the one that made me go, "Man, I'm getting old."
So
he was General. I know he was General. Which one was he? Strong, General Crockett, General Strong in Glory.
Was he? So in this movie, at the end of it, when the stairs collapse, and you got Maddie and Kit stuck at the bottom of the water.
Yeah.
And Maddie's yelling at him, "No, Steven, no, don't leave me, blah, blah, blah." If you remember when she's leaving New York, before she leaves, what frustrates her the most is her thing she wrote was turned down again, and the guy she was trying to date wasn't leaving his wife yet for her.
Oh, "Don't leave me again." So he was dating.
Yes, that's the guy that was on the recording.
Yeah. So yeah, because "Don't leave me again."
Yes.
What?
You didn't know that either?
No. I never picked up on that, dude.
Yeah, I was like mind blown. As soon as he told me that, I was like, "No way." Yeah. And then I was just like,
it totally makes sense, though. It totally makes sense.
Yeah. She was so distraught over him leaving again. You saw the look on his face looking down at her like he couldn't believe he's doing this, but he's rushing everybody out. And he's probably breathing a sigh of relief, going, wife's never gonna find out now.
Yeah.
Right. They're gonna find out now.
I don't know who was who with the rest of these, but Karen Young is this.
Oh, well,
just up.
Hold on. Do you realize too that he was Samuel Yoder? Did we talked about doing Richer or Poor? I don't remember if that was in or not, or I was telling you about for Richer or Poor with Tim Allen and
Tim Allen and Kirstie Alley, yeah,
Kirstie Alley, yeah.
No, we've never done. You talked about, it, but we've never done it though.
Oh man, yeah, he was Sam Yoder in that one. He was one of the ones that helped hide him and stuff.
Everybody's everywhere these days.
Tell me what.
So I don't have a breakdown of 1, 2, 3 of these people at least, but Karen Young, Claire Bloom, and Vanessa Bell Calloway. I'm not sure who was who of those three. They're mentioned. Danielle Harris is mentioned, but I do know she's the girl from the Halloween, Halloween 4 and 5, and she's from the Last Boy Scouts. And then she's done this. Then she later on went to do some other things. She's basically one of the people they refer to as like a scream queen kind of girl, modern day, I guess. She's got a podcast. She does Scout.
Scout Taylor Thomas.
Scout Taylor. Yeah, she has a podcast she does with her, and they're called. I forget the name of it. It's something to do with like a horror feel to it and everything, though. What were you gonna say?
Yeah, well, they were both in the new Halloween, with the Rob Zombie version.
Yeah,
they were both in the Rob Zombie Halloween.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Travis, were you gonna say something about one of the people I mentioned?
One of them was familiar to me, the Vanessa Bell Calloway. It's probably she was one of the women in the Coming to America 2 update or whatever.
Could be. I didn't see it.
Where's my man Cut the Power?
I don't know what his exactly.
Why it's not even showing him in the lineup, which is weird.
Are you on IMDb for it?
Yeah.
Well, so hit entire cast, see if George pops up. In the meantime, while you're doing that, Renoli Santiago was in it. The main thing I remember him from was Hackers. He played Phantom Freak in Hackers.
Okay.
So, and then Sage Stallone was in this, but I'm wondering what role did he play?
Sage Stallone?
Yeah. What role did he play?
Uh-huh.
He played Rocky's kid in like Rocky 5 for sure.
Yeah.
But what role did he play in this movie? I don't remember.
Remember seeing
I don't remember seeing him in it. So
it had to be a cameo of some sort that I didn't catch.
Stan Shaw is my man's name. That's what I was trying to think of.
Dan Shaw. What's that? Now I've seen him in other stuff, but I can't.
Dude, yeah. That's why I thought he was big time. That's why I was surprised he wasn't on there. Well, he was in Roots, The Next Generation, the one that got the same one that Geordie LaForge, or Geordie in the first one. Geordie was Toby, wasn't he?
I thought Geordie was in the first one.
That's what I thought. He was Toby. He was Kunta Kinte. Like Geordie LaForge.
Yeah.
He was actually Kunta Kinte. Kunta Kinte.
Kunta Kinte.
Cootie Conte. He was in the Monster Squad for one, so that's a big one. He was the Detective Sapir in the Monster Squad. He was in the Young Riders. Of course, that's where I remember him from the most. Is Harlem Nights. He was Jack Jenkins in Harlem Nights.
Harlem Nights. I knew I'd seen him in something.
Yeah, and he was big. Remember, he was Big George in Fried Green Tomatoes. I got you to watch Fried Green Tomatoes, I think, too, didn't I?
No, we did Steel Magnolias. We never got around to Fried Green Tomatoes. We said we would do it one day, but we haven't done it yet.
Yeah, that's a good one too. And then of course Cutthroat Island. He was Mr. Glasspool in Cutthroat Island, if you ever seen that one.
Yeah. Gina Davis. Yeah.
Yeah. And then he was in oh wow, that's funny that Nick Cage was approached or whatever for Daylight, because then Stan was Lincoln Taylor in Snake Eyes a couple of years later.
How about that?
He was the sheriff in Jeepers Creepers 3. He's done. I'm just highlighting stuff that, like, there's tons and tons and tons of stuff he's done. But yeah, I can't believe they let him off like that.
So I did find out Stallone's son Sage plays the role of Vincent. Who was Vincent? Was he one of the people on the crew?
Austrio?
No, and was he one of the people in the crew that he used to be the chief of or something?
He had to have been, I guess.
Yeah, maybe. He could have been like one of the paramedics or something, like towards him.
Yeah, he could have been on the side, or maybe he was
Yeah.
one of the kids running.
I mean, just the fact he's got a name that's notable means he's got to be something that was brought attention to in the movie. I just can't think of what it would be.
Yeah.
Only thing I remember Sage Stallone from is when he was in Heroes, the TV show. So, and he was like one of the main characters from that. So,
I started to say, what did he play in Heroes? I don't remember. I vaguely remember watching Heroes.
He was the younger brother to I'm drawing a blank on their names, but he the older brother could fly, and the younger brother, Sage Stallone, he could like mimic other people's powers. So if he were to touch them, touch somebody with powers.
Is that movie that it also had? Come on, I know his name. He was the bad guy. He was
in Star Trek. He played Spock in the new Star Trek series.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. I can't place it.
Yeah, he played Siler. He was Siler in Heroes.
That's Spock, the new Spock. No, that wasn't. He was Khan. Oh, Benedict Cumberbatch was great as Khan, by the way.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They left another one out on here too that kind of surprises me. That'd be Mark Ralston. Ralston. I think he played the chief. No, that was Harold Bradley. I just saw his name. I forgot who he played in here. Mark Ralston.
Well, everybody doesn't always get mentioned though. They usually kind of skim over the biggest names or whatever, and they hit a few character names usually.
Yeah, true. Well, he was Private Drake in Aliens. Did you remember Private Drake? The one with the I'm pretty sure he was the one with the great big gun.
I remember Aliens.
Oh, I know who that was that you're talking about. That he was the guy that Kit was talking to when he was starting to go into the tunnel, and then the girl was like right next to him, and then Kit's like, no, we need to blow up part of the tunnel, and then close it off, and then he said, we did this 2 years ago for like a terrorist, if the terrorists had taken over the tunnel. And then the guy turns around, and now that you mentioned that he was that guy from Aliens, you're right. I recognize his face. He was going into the tunnel. Yeah, he was going into the tunnel, and the tunnel collapses on him. So
yeah, like, what about he was the one who was asking about the hydraulic. He said, what about the hydraulics? We brace up as we go. And then whoever it was like, it can't be done. And like he turned around to go do it. He's the one that said, you listen to me. The person that says it can't be done is always interrupted by the one who just did it. Remember that?
Did it. Yeah,
that's him. Dude, that guy has been in tons and tons and tons of shit. He was Hans in Lethal Weapon 2. He was in one of your favorites, Chris. He was Herb Dreyer in Prancer.
Was he Herb Dreyer?
He was Herb in Prancer.
Prancer, thank you, not Prancers. There was only one Prancer. Only one Prancer.
There's two Prancer.
Yeah, he was in
Santa Claus has one Prancer on his sleigh. Okay, just
no,
one.
He's got two.
All Prance, so it's Prancers. And then
Marty loses all credibility because he don't know what a musical is or anything. So he loses all credibility with me.
No, we gotta get some musicals in here.
How much money? How much money y'all think this movie made?
Daylight. I don't remember it being huge, man.
Well, it had a production budget. Okay, he says 75. What do you say?
I'm gonna say 180.
So, $80 million was the budget. It
Mhm.
grossed about 159 million worldwide, but that's roughly doubling its cost thanks to stronger international receipts. At the domestic box office, it opened up only with about 10 million in sales and finished with about 33 million in the US. It would have been a flop according to US standards, but
Yeah.
the bulk of its earnings came internationally.
Well, that's why I said too. I remember it wasn't that big of a. It was not one of his bigger ones for sure.
But it was a great movie though. I don't understand why it wasn't taken better, by people. Critically, it received mixed to negative reviews, holding a low score on review aggregators through audiences often appreciated throwback disaster movie thrills. But I mean, it was really a great movie. So I don't get what people are so.
When did it come out?
96.
96.
But what month? What was it up against?
Oh, I don't know. Right
But
off the top of my head.
it was probably coming out of.
So
It
our
was
big
probably
movies.
coming off of two bad movies that did. So
Yeah.
like
Not
Oscar
only that-
and Stop or My Mom was there.
Not only that, you've got in '96 you had Independence Day, blockbuster. You had Fargo, which
Yeah.
I think is still in one of the most all-time winning.
December
awards.
6th. December.
December 6th. Those
Yeah.
at the end of the year. Yeah. So you had Fargo, Mission Impossible, the first Mission Impossible, The Rock, Scream, the first Scream came out that year. Jerry Maguire,
Wow.
From Dusk Till Dawn, Train Spotting. A lot of people haven't seen that. I talk about Train Spotting all the time. But let's see. December. I want to find out what was going on in December. So we had The Ghost in the Darkness was '96.
I can tell you one problem with it. I'm reading about it right now.
The Long Kiss Goodnight that we still haven't done. I'm not talking about the linen.
We still haven't got there. No.
He said that was his favorite movie. I watched an interview where he said that was his favorite one. That was his favorite character he's ever played.
Sam Jackson.
Yeah, that blew my mind.
Well, I can believe it.
Thinner. Mm-hmm.
Look.
Dude, this is what destroyed it. Because I remember nothing was bigger than this movie among teenagers, at least. You had the DiCaprio and Claire Danes Romeo and Juliet in '96, bro.
Yeah.
Do you know what probably did it in more?
What's that?
The mid '90s saw a mini revival of disaster movies: Twister, Independence Day, Dante's Peak.
Ooh,
By the time we got to Daylight, audiences, it says, were already growing tired of the trend.
I could see that.
So they kind of came in on the tail end of the disaster movie thing that they like doing back in that time.
Yeah. Check this out. So another great movie. I didn't think I was going to like. My first wife got me to watch it, and it is amazing. The Mirror Has Two Faces. It's a Barbra Streisand movie. It's a great movie. Came out in December. The English Patient. I remember that had all kinds of awards. Ralph Fiennes came out in December. Space Jam came out in December of '96.
So that I would take it, yeah.
They had to go look for the Turbo Man in December.
Was that also that year?
Yep. One of the biggest movies of all time. I was kind of saving it for last. Shine, the movie I've been telling you about with Jeffrey Rush, where he was the piano player. Remember me telling you about that one?
Yeah, but all those movies you listed, the average everyday person that wants to go to a movie for something fun to watch, it's not going to go watch Shine or The English Patient.
Dude, The English Patient was huge, bro. You don't.
It was, but I mean, all right. The average movie watching fan, okay, do they want to go for a great action movie, a great comedy, a great horror movie, or do they want to see one of the movies like
I'm not
the piano and the chocolat that I always say?
With you, I don't go
Notebook.
I don't pay that for the movies. Yeah, look at the Notebook's gross. Chris, you have a podcast about movies, and you're saying
I have a podcast about retro movies that people like watching.
Yeah,
not necessarily The Notebook or Schindler's List or
two of the biggest box office movies of all time. And
that would put me to sleep in a heartbeat.
Let me go ahead and drop the last one. Is Titanic came out.
I like the Titanic though. I had to go. I had to go watch it 3 times at theaters, and that was not me. That was 3 different
How?
people I took
Nobody
to the
likes
movies.
movies like that.
I took 3 different girls to the movies to watch. They wanted to watch the Titanic.
Watch that musical about the daggum boat sinking. No, but even I agree with you. Like, I don't want to go unless I take my kids. I'm not going to a movie that's not visually like it needs to be something that I like Predator or something. The new Predator. You know what I mean? Like I want my money's worth. I'm not going to see a comedy. I'm not going to see a love story.
Look, something like Schindler's List or The Notebook or something like that is a movie that I would watch on a rental. I would not go to the theaters for those. I'm
in agreement, but millions of people did.
Well, millions of people can also be wrong, I guess. So
I guess they could. You had 101 Dalmatians. You had 101 Dalmatians, and then well, I just tell you what, Chris, them grown-up things, you are not worried about grown-up things.
That's right, because they don't like mustard on their biscuits or nothing,
right.
do they?
When y'all got in there good to eat, that's the first thing I ask them when I go there. 2 men all night late together.
French fry tater.
A lot of them couldn't make it.
2 men all night late together.
Hey, a lot of them couldn't make it to the theaters. The car wouldn't start. I said, ain't got no gas in it. All right, we ain't got to list we ain't got to list every darn movie from 1996 to know why this movie didn't do very well. So
show me the money.
Awards and honors. While not critically loved, Daylight won a Golden Reel Award for Best Sound Editing and got an Academy Award nomination in that category also. It also earned 2 Golden Raspberry nominations, including Worst Actor for Stallone.
I was about to say, the Raspberries are the ones
that breathe, George. Breathe.
Don't you give up on me, George.
Don't you breathe. And he's like,
give up on me, George.
Breathe, George.
One last one I just got to throw out there. Beavis and Butthead to America, 1996.
Marty, would you like to take 1997 now that Travis has educated us on all of 1996?
Mm-hmm. So, I'd have to have something over here. No.
So Stallone's performance is often viewed as underappreciated by fans, and in recent years, the film has developed a bit of an underrated cult status among 90s action enthusiasts. I don't know about a cult.
But was his acting any worse than any other movie?
No, it wasn't. It's just Stallone. That is his style. That's what he does. I mean, you don't expect nothing different from him, basically. I mean, than that. So,
well, you just proved your point. So, sometimes millions of people can be wrong.
That's right. Sometimes millions of people can be wrong.
That's right.
Mostly critics. Critics never like the good movies anyway. Let's be honest. Critics never like the really good movies. They like the ones that once again
go look up what all of them, including Siskel and Ebert, thought about the worst horror movie ever made, the Blair Witch Project. Causing me to go see it, and then I walked out halfway through it. I'm like, you can get my money back.
Talking about how great it was and everything. But I mean, there's a crowd for movies like Schindler's List and The Notebook and The Piano and all these things like that. There's a crowd for people who love those kind of movies. Okay, some people just love movies in general. It don't matter. They want a good action flick. Sometimes they want a good comedy. Sometimes they want a good feel good, and sometimes they love a movie that's got historical value to it or something.
Agreed. But
I'm not nothing wrong with that.
To see any of those. I'm only going to the movies for the action, bro.
Right. Well, you want the experience of something good, because the theater gives you the action sequences are loud and it's like it rumbles through you when you're at the theater. It's always better to experience it that way.
And you know this, and so does anyone that's been listening for any amount of time. It knows that one of possibly my favorite movie. I go back and forth on a lot of them, but one of my favorite movies definitely is Dead Poets Society. There's no way I'm paying you movie theater money to go see Dead Poets Society. I'm not going to do it. No,
but I'd rent it though. If I wasn't putting any money into it, it'd be a rental.
Right.
Now Marty and I was talking about, because I know you have a hard time making it during the week, during like the Monday through Friday kind of stuff or something. We were going to do a extra content episode for the YouTube page, and I saw this link online. It got me interested in it. Top 10 movie rentals of all time. There's a page out there, a couple of them that's got not the exact dollar amount, but as close to as they could come to a top 10 or 15 all-time movie rental, which would mean anything from VHS to DVD before the rentals died down and started doing streaming. You know,
how far back are they going?
Oh, it goes back away. Well, I mean, movie rental started what in the early 80s?
Yeah. 80, so, 81, 82.
I'm gonna go ahead and say, even though this is a family-friendly show, Debbie Does Dallas has got to be top 10.
There is nothing like that in the top 10.
Yeah.
Nothing. Although we know what Travis was renting now back in the day.
Listen, even now, 20-somethings, when you say Debbie Does Dallas, they know what that is. Like how I don't. That must be the most famous of those types of movies ever made, because no one doesn't know what that is.
The whole Debbie Does thing is something people have made fun about for years. Listen, when I first started playing World of Warcraft a lot, people were making fun of it with one of the places, one of the zones is called Desolus. And people were like, Debbie Does Desolus.
That's what I'm saying. Like I'm in shock and having a brain aneurysm because 20-somethings and a lot of early 30-somethings have never seen Forrest Gump, and I'm like, what? But they know Debbie Does Dallas.
Well, that's for another episode altogether one day. Not Debbie Does Dallas, but the VHS rentals.
That's probably another podcast altogether.
Yeah, that's another podcast altogether for sure. But Marty and I will, and Travis, if he's available, which I'm kind of doubting because during the week you usually aren't. But if you are available, obviously you'll be with us. If not, Marty and I will run down the list and everything and put it out there. It's not our personal picks or nothing, but it's just what's out there.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
So closing, kind of got like closing thoughts about the episode this week. As far as the movie goes, did you all have any particular scenes you found to be your favorite in this movie, or a certain segment of it? And don't say the credits, Marty. Anything, Travis?
Actually, I wasn't going to say the credit.
I don't know. I can't tell you why, but I think I enjoyed the scene the most. The whole movie's great. I would recommend it to anyone, especially action fans. But for some reason, my favorite scene, I guess, is the part where she's breaking down in her mind. They can't get the dude off the back of the prison bus or whatever, and that big electrical cord's hanging down, and she's breaking down in her mind. Electricity. What do we do? And she's like, get in the car. And he said, why? Right tires, rubber. And she goes out and she's fighting that electrical cord, and then my man's in the camera like, turn off the power. Turn off the power.
Turn off the power.
He's like, is anybody watching these monitors? I don't know why, but that's probably my favorite scene, I guess.
Marty?
Well, I like that scene also, but I like what the black girl says to get him out of the seat. She's like, get your skinny crack ass out of that seat and get off the...
You gotta be loud with these kids.
I started to put that down instead of turn off the power. I started to put get your skinny crack ass out that seat. I started to write that.
You gotta be loud with these kids. That's what you gotta do, she said.
You gotta be loud with these kids.
But I'm gonna say probably one of my favorite scenes is one of the scenes that actually kind of gets dogged in the whole movie. Where George is pinned underneath the truck and the water's flooding in, and Stallone pulls the hose off the truck to put in his mouth, and he's like, "Don't give up on me, George. Don't you? You keep fighting. You keep fighting." And then all of a sudden he looks up, and then everybody's coming down into the hole, and they're literally, helping George get out from underneath the truck. I thought that was like one of the greatest scenes in the movie, because they were all coming together to help that one person. So
So that really is a cool thing too, and for anybody, I guess for the fire hose, I could see it. But true story, we were out at a place called Fall Creek Landing, and it's out in Lake Kiwi, and there's a big rock out there that you can jump off of on an island. And sometimes the water is pretty shallow. A girl jumped off of there one time and got her foot wedged in between two rocks, right? And she was stuck. I know my computer didn't just go out.
No, you're still there.
Okay, all three of my screens just went black.
No, you're
So
still
anyway, her head is stuck. I mean, she is inches below the water. Couldn't get her foot out, and somebody was out there in an inboard, and they took the daggone like a car motor on a boat, and they took the radiator. They snatched the radiator hose off of that thing and cupped it around her mouth so she could be able to, like blow it out or whatever.
Yeah.
And she, and they kept her there until like EMS and everything got there. They got her foot out by then, but her foot was tore up. It was wrecked, man. They had to get shovels down in there and like pry the rocks.
I couldn't imagine that. The average person, and that's myself included, myself included in this, I would probably freak out.
I'm sure she was. I didn't get up close because everybody was already, there was people like a couple people before they got the hose off. They were like trying to breathe her water.
But
that's going to be carbon monoxide. Well, somebody had one of those squeeze things, you know what I mean? Like you put over people's mouth to help, whatever you call it, first aid things. And then
breathing apparatus.
Yeah, she was under the water for like 45 minutes, but I mean inches, dude, like just inches away.
There's no way.
When that person yanked that daggum tube off of that boat and they stuck that on her mouth and they stood there and held her.
One of my biggest things is the fear of drowning. That would kill me. I'd have a heart attack before that was up. Probably from the fear of it. I mean, credit to her. That takes a strong person, mentally, physically, everything, to be able to go through something like that and not freak out. Because I would freak out. I'd be dead. There's that's no kidding aside from me. I'd be dead probably.
You mean like thrashing around and been like you?
I mean, I would just freaked out because I'm underwater trying to breathe through a hose. I don't think I would last.
And that's what I mean.
The fear of it, the fear of it coming down the hose any second.
Yeah,
would be getting.
Well, I mean, the hose was like 6-8 inches, foot long.
It doesn't matter. I mean, in my mind, it's a 3-inch hose probably.
Well, for sure, but that's what I'm saying though. Like if she turned her head straight, the top of her head down to her eyebrows stuck out of the water. But then when she turned up, you know what I mean? Like if she turned her head up to try to take a breath,
she was underwater.
Her nose and her mouth was under. The top of her head was sticking out of the water. If she looked straight ahead, she was literally just inches below the top of the water. It was crazy.
That is crazy. If I was picking a favorite scene, I think I'm with Marty. That was one of my favorite scenes, and I'm not trying to not come up with another one, but that is one of my favorite scenes when the group finally just comes together and start working together to make sure everybody's safe and everything and okay, because they were freaking out beforehand. Everybody wanted to be the leader. It seemed like nobody knew what to do. They were all scared and everything. If I was picking another part, it would probably be toward the end where they're going to go for him and Maddie are going to go and do the blowout thing to escape. That's their only other alternative. Yeah, and to attempt that.
Or he's got
if you look behind me, look behind me right now on my screen. They just did the blowout scene. They're in the Hudson right now.
Heck yeah.
So I think that would probably be something for me.
I couldn't imagine, dude. That's why this movie came out. Like I saw this movie before I started merchandising too, and when we were driving under Chesapeake Bay, bro, like it was really cool for the first 10 minutes, and then it's like I'm ready to be out of here, and then you had another 20 minutes to go. It's like, dude, it's gonna be like Sylvester Stallone in here. Look, man, the water's already coming through. There was waterfalls coming down the side, man. There's so much water.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and say this is a movie I recommend. Like Travis, you recommend as well. I recommend it to.
I recommend it.
Watch it. When it comes to Stallone movies, for me, it's like an 8 out of 10 for Stallone movies. I mean, I'm up there. I'm with you. If you're talking, movies in general, It's probably more like a 6.5 to a 7, and just a movie in general. But for Stallone and picking his movies, his genre of movies that he does, to me, it's a solid 8 for sure. Just for him and what he does.
I'm with that, but I mean, it's hard for me to pick a movie Sylvester that wouldn't be in that area.
It is if he's one of your favorites. It's hard to run his stuff down, but the ones I'd probably run down, I just haven't watched, and that's probably why I haven't watched them. I don't want to be the one to run them down, But you watch
to tell you the truth.
Hey Marty, one of these days we're gonna do Rhinestone, and I'm gonna be like, man, why have I never watched this before? That was great.
Yeah, no, you won't be saying that.
Anywho, all right. Well, either y'all have any closing things you want to go with? I'm not talking about telling a joke or anything, but seriously, any closing things y'all have for the movie?
Stay ready. This is another movie. All these disaster movies, people flip out at me. I'm not a prepper by any means, but by no means am I a prepper. But I've always got a blade within arm's length. If I don't, it's a weird time. I was raised by a Green Beret and an 82nd Airborne, and they just and being in Boy Scouts, be prepared. I never knew how much I would use a first aid kit until I started carrying them everywhere. There's first aid kits in all my cars. There's roadside assistance kits in all my cars, and there's a blade by me. So this is a perfect example of people staying ready. Like if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready, and it's part of protecting yourself and your family to be prepared in that manner. Not that any of that was going to help if a damn tunnel caves in on you, but but you'd be amazed how much a difference that makes in day-to-day life.
Well, you'd be amazed how much stuff is in a first aid kit. You would want that. You would want that kit with you if you were trapped in a tunnel or something like that. So,
for sure, I carry more than that. I carry water filtration systems with me, fire starting system. I got a get home bag,
I mean, that's kind of like the camper in you too, though. I mean,
it truly is. It truly is.
I mean, I was looking at things the other day you're talking about water filtration. I saw that the water pen, I think they call it, where it filtrates so many gallons of water before it goes bad, and it's a straw. Basically, it's a straw.
Life straw.
And you're the first person I thought of when I saw that. I was like, I was like, Travis probably has like 10 of those.
Yeah, I use Sawyer's, Sawyer's and Sawyer minis, and then in my truck I keep my MSR. My MSR has actually got like a handle on it. It's like a little well about that tall, and you can.
Do you guys remember? I'm gonna throw this out there, and then we'll wrap things up. But do you remember when we were younger? They had the survival knife they advertised on television all the time. It looked like the smaller version of a Rambo knife, right?
Yeah, they were.
But you took the compass off and you screwed the compass off the end of it. Like, for example, before you screw the compass off, you stab the knife into a tree stump or something, and there's the compass. You tell you where you're going, right? That's cool, isn't it? But you screw it off. You take the compass off, and inside the shaft, the empty shaft of the handle, they got fishing line. They got a sinker or two for it, the matches, and the little wire saw that breaks every time you use it. Yeah.
And I totally agree with Travis. Those things are junk because I actually had one way back in the day.
But we all thought we were super cool with them, though, right?
Oh yeah, totally, dude.
We were prepared for anything with that survival knife, right?
Right. We go out there and be like Rambo.
And nowadays we laugh at it because we're like, as long as we got a good sharp knife, we don't have to worry about their survival knife. All right. Well, if you guys out there like the episode this week and you like the movie, make sure you give us a follow and subscribe to us there on YouTube. Hit the little bell so you know when we got new episodes coming out and everything. We're on Spotify. We're on iTunes, practically anywhere where you get your audio podcasts at as well. And we do have a website. It's www.retrolife4u.com, and you can watch us in the show notes if the link is there. If not, just go to YouTube. Listen to us through your web browser as well on through the website itself. Did I mention Instagram and Facebook? I did, didn't I? I don't know. If not, once again, Instagram and Facebook is where you'll find us at. That's where we do all our stuff at. And for some reason, Instagram's had a big growth here lately. I've I think like in almost like a month out of nowhere, I got like 175 people followed for the month of February. It was great. I mean, it was odd, but it was great. I mean, bring it on.
Yeah.
Bring more people. It's fine. It's cool. But Travis, good to have you back again this week. We of course I've picked at you every week you've been gone, just so you know. If you haven't listened to the episodes, I have picked at you every week you've not been here.
Always do.
Always do. That's what I do. I make fun of you and I aggravate you because I know you're probably hearing it.
Yup.
So, do you have anything you want to close out with this week? And I'll give you the opportunity to try to make up and be funny. If not, we're going to go ahead and close out now.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. I heard rumors about Stallone making a new movie, kind of like he did with the Expendables. He's wanting to get some action stars together to show that they got greater range. You know what I mean? Like they can do more than just being musclehead action guys. Figured he'd do it about classical music. So you got Van Damme. You know, Van Damme's like, I guess I could be Mozart. And Bruce Willis was like, you know, I could be Beethoven. I've always wanted to be a tortured genius. And Sly was like, well, that's great. I'll be Tchaikovsky. And I was like, well, what about you, Arnold? And he's like, you got to hell. Don't make me say it. They were like, come on, Arnie. Who are you going to be? I'll be Bach.
I'll be back.
Bye, everybody.